Sadhguru, we have a lot of parents sitting in the audience. And as an educator, a lot of parents come to me and say, Aishwarya, I'm so happy. My child is so mature. I just want to ask you, and I've heard from you a number of times that we need to keep our child in ourselves alive as much as we can. Isn't maturity killing that child and making sure they lose that childhood earlier? How do I answer back to these parents who keep saying I'm proud of who my child is and how quickly they've matured?
Because probably the only significant thing they've done in their life is reproduction. So they have to go on blowing it up. Learn to look at your child for what they are. No child is fantastic, no child is miserable. They're just a possibility. It all depends how we guide them, how we mold them, because the nature of human existence is like this. I'm sorry, these guys, I thought this is going to rotate. You could speak to these people also.
Sadhguru, if you may sit there, a lot of them will see you as well.
See, if you are born as a tiger, hey, make some noise, huh? No, that doesn't sound like a tiger, come on. Okay, now see, if you are… lot of people think being a tiger is something better than being a human being. Hello? Lot of people name themselves as tiger, wear tiger claws, tiger teeth, whatever. No, no. In the evolutionary scale of things, a tiger is way behind a human being. So why it's important to have evolved as a human being is, if a tiger is born, all it has to do is just eat well. If it eats well, it'll become a good tiger. You are also born as a human being, or as a human child. If you just eat well, you will become like a football, not necessarily become a great human being. After being born as a human being, how many things you have to do to be a good human being, not even great, to be a good human being. When you're just about thinking you're doing well, your teenage children will come and tell you you're no good. Have they told you or no? They will. If they've not told you, they're telling the neighbors. Better they tell you. Because for almost all the creatures, my percentages are just off the cuff, 90% of their life is determined by nature. Only 10% latitude they have to build their own personality. If you take 10 tigers here, oh, okay, no. There will be 10% latitude in their personality, little bit of difference. But if they're all well-fed, they're all about the same tigers. But if you take 10 human beings, where is one, where is the other? Can't compare, isn't it? Because in a human being, only 10% is fixed by nature, 90% is to be made. This means 90% is in your hands. This is very, very important that this generation has missed. Please listen to me carefully. Everywhere in the world, these days you also picked up these things unfortunately, everywhere in the world people said, man proposes, God disposes. I don't know what he disposes, but in this culture we told you, your life is your karma. Karma means action. Whose action? My action. My life is my making. This is the only civilization on the planet which recognize that my life is my making. because 90% of who you are is made by you. There may be inputs in the civilization in which you are born, there may be input from parents, there may be inputs from the society in which you live, teachers, education, this, that. But still, the same input goes into two people are totally different, in the same house, same parentage, same home, same food, same school. Two children, siblings, one goes like this, another goes like this. Hello? Because same input, but what they make out of it is completely different. So this is very important. This is the crucial crux of this land. This is the future of the world. Do you understand? Next generation doesn't want to be shaped by God. They want to shape their own lives. And this is the only civilization which supports that. It's very, very important this is presented properly and made into an active process in the society that our life is our karma, it's our making, the way we are. If I'm miserable right now, it's me. If I'm joyful right now, it's me. Only then you can create the next moment, the next tomorrow, the way you want it. If I say I'm miserable because maybe God is angry with me, that's the end of it, because we don't know who is a psychiatrist. Hello?
My last question to you, Sadhguru, before I allow the other buddies in the audience to ask you questions. A traveler sees whatever he sees, but a traveler sees whatever he sees, but a tourist goes to intend to see something. Should we all be travelers or tourists in life?
A tourist doesn't see anything. He's like this. Okay? So, a tourist means he's looking for entertainment. If everything is comfortable, he will like it. If things are not comfortable, he will complain how bad Bangalore city is, all right? A traveler means he's come to experience the place. That's how my understanding of traveler is. You can say it in so many ways, but a traveler has come to experience the place. He's not come to see good places. Whatever it is, he wants to experience the way it is. So there is more profoundness to the traveler than the tourist, because tourist doesn't see anything. He has no attention for anything, he's like surface. See, you go to some place, tourist. There is one monument, or there is this building, or this entertainment, you go there, that's it. People of Bangalore, what kind are they? He doesn't want to know. Hello? He doesn't want to meet this one, that one, not interested. He saw that and he took picture also, selfie like this now. Selfie picture. And not as soon as he goes, immediately within few seconds, all his friends know what he saw, what the Bisibele bath looked like. Taken picture of that also and posted everywhere. So, if you live a frivolous life, you're a tourist in this world. If you make a more profound journey, maybe we can call you a traveler. If you make a much more profound journey, we can call you a pilgrim.
Should we take some audience questions, sir?
As you said, if the bout is over, then we…
No, I have sat with you, walked with you, learnt with you. Now I think I give them some space.
No, because the kind of setup you've done, it looks like a boxing ring to me.
Maybe anyone in the audience who would like to ask a question? Isha, yeah, Mike?
Sadhguru here, behind you. Sadhguru, Namaskaram Sadhguru. In today's Gen Z is very, very idealistic than ever. They really care for the social and environmental issues aspects. Now, what I see or what I consider is this idealism is leading to frustration and despair. So, in your aspects, according to you, how do we channelize and take this idealism in a very positive way so that they don't really lead to frustration and burnout for them? Thank you.
If you're idealistic, you must get frustrated. How else? Because idealism means you don't see reality the way it is. I know in what context you're saying, but let me put that into right context. What we need is not ideals. What we need is more sensible human beings on the planet. See, I want to keep Bangalore city clean, this is my ideal. Arey, you just need little sense to keep it clean, you don't need any great ideal. Hello? Little sense that you don't want to live like a pig. That much sense if you have, you'll keep it clean, yes or no? So, and this Gen Z, Z or Zad is the last alphabet of English language. Gen Z means what, they're the final generation? I want to know, is this the final generation? So, I don't know, everybody is trying to come up with such destructive identities. I am the final word. This is what I was saying. This is a civilization which never supported absolutism. The religions of the world have been promoting absolutism, this is it. No, no, it's not like that, Indians are made like this, if there are 5 people, there are 10 opinions. Hello, each person has minimum 2 opinions, isn't it? And even if the so-called divine entities come, Rama comes, we'll question him, or Krishna comes, we'll question him, or Shiva comes, we'll question him. Nobody is able to give us any commandments because we are full of questions, I must tell you this. Because I just came back from Kailash, but not this year, a few years ago, we were trekking in the mountains and in a very remote place, a small little place somebody had built, and there we are having a little satsang. So, there are at least 35 to 36 nationalities with us, and one Indian person who living in United States stands up to ask a question. The question goes on and on and on and on. Nearly 8 minutes, the question is still not complete. All the other nationalities, their eyeballs are rolling, they can't… they're not able to understand what is the question, they're looking like this. I said, please don't get confused, this is an Indian question. We've had over 10,000–15,000 years of practice how to ask a question inside a question, inside a question, inside a question. And he's still going on. I said, stop, because it's already 8 minutes of question. I said, Indians have been practicing how to ask a question. You just look in any of our epics, you say Mahabharat, some guy pops up from the lake and asks questions. You know the story? The Yaksha comes up and asks questions. Nowhere in the world it's like this. Questions are not valued, absolute, this is it. No, this is it in this civilization. So, there's one Chinese lady with us, and she says, Sadhguru, I worked in United Nations for 27 years. Even there, only Indians ask the questions. I said, it's in our DNA, question, question, question. Because we are a land of seekers, we are not a land of believers. We seek, doesn't matter. Rama came and said something, Krishna came and said something, we bow down to them, but we ask questions. But because we have to find our own truth. We have to experience our own truth. He's saying it, we respect him, but he's not absolute. We're still asking questions. This is a fantastic culture. This is the culture for the future, not of the past. People are thinking, Bharat is an ancient culture. No, this is the only culture which will fit into the future of this world. So, this Gen Z, I don't know what is next, Gen Z1, Gen Z2. No, that's dangerous because again 27 generations later it'll close. Say Gen Z1, because numbers are limitless. Huh? We can say Gen Z trillion one day, no problem, but this going with the last alphabet is dangerous. Not safe for them, because when you think this is the final thing, in many ways you become absolutist. That means you will not seek, that means you will not expand. What I know is everything, this is it. This is it is not the way of life. Right now, okay, this is working, but tomorrow we don't know. Hello? So, this Gen Z, I don't like to call them that because you mentioned it as a teacher. So, your Gen Z people who are with you, if they're idealistic, I didn't know they're that stupid, I thought they're more practical. But if they become idealistic, it's a big problem. When we were growing up, by the time we were 11, 12, we were all communist, proper communist, wanting to join the armed struggle because we had ideals. Because the situation was quite hopeless in many ways. The only way was we want to turn the whole country upside down, otherwise it's not going to work. But today, the nation is in a much better place. There are many opportunities for the children which we could not even imagine in our time. Now is not the time to be idealistic. It is very important you're pragmatic and sensible and do the right thing. And for this, the most important thing is how you keep yourself. I don't think they're keeping themselves very well because they're… Hello? In another 27 generations, only this may be left. I'm sure in the school you're teaching use and disuse theory. Hello? Too big. Only these may be left. So, it's very important that they become more pragmatic and practical, and it's very important they don't pick up false ideologies. All ideologies are false. Which is the right ideology? There is no right ideology. Human intelligence and humanity in your heart is the right thing to do.
ಲೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸುದ್ದಿಗಳಿಗಾಗಿ ಬಾಸ್ ಟಿವಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಚಾನೆಲ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕಾನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ.